If you're currently in a season of life where you're trying to save money, build an emergency fund, pay off debts, invest, or just become a more conscious spender, here are 8 things that I stopped buying to help me save thousands of dollars and pay off over $57,000 worth of debts, okay? What's up, guys? It's Jeanetta, and I am the creator of Cash and Curls, and here at Cash and Curls, I teach millennials how to save, budget, and eliminate debts. Today, guys, I'm just gonna be very real, raw, and transparent with you guys. I'm gonna share with you guys everything I did, everything I stopped buying to help me save money, specifically a 5-figure savings account, and pay off over $57,000 worth of debts. So if you're interested in watching, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and jump into the video agenda. So the very first thing that we're going to do today is, first and foremost, I'm going to share with you guys my story. I'm going to give you a quick little 60-second recap of what my debt-free journey was like. Secondly, I'm going to share with you guys 20 things I stopped buying, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this up into 8 different categories. And thirdly, I'm going to leave you guys with some resources and some freebies to help you become successful in this no spend or more conscious spend era of your life. And lastly, of course, I have to leave you guys with some homework. So be sure to stick around to the very end so that you can participate in today's homework. So let's go ahead and jump into my story. 2017, I had just entered my 2nd year of teaching. If you didn't know, I am a full-time intervention specialist. I work with students who have disabilities. And at that moment of my life, I had my sick and tired moment. Like, I was tired of trying to look successful, but in actuality, I was actually broke. So like, if you pulled my receipts back in 2017, like, I looked good, but I was drowning in debt. And at that moment, I decided to get serious and clean up my financial life. At that moment, I had 2 credit cards. I had a pink Victoria's Secret credit card, I had a Discover credit card, I had a car loan, and I had a big student loan for $50,000. And at that moment, I decided that enough was enough, and that if I really wanted to be successful, I had to clear out this debt that was inside of my life. So I buckled down, I stayed focused, I got serious, and I stopped spending money on a lot of things to help me reach this goal of becoming debt-free. So for 31 long months, I was on my debt-free journey, and on May 20th, 2020, I officially became debt-free. Like, I paid off all of my debt, I paid off my student loans, I had no credit cards, I was officially debt-free. I just want to share with you guys, once I made the decision that I'm not going to be strapped to debt and be in bondage, my life has never been the same. Like, my life has changed for the good. If you want to know a little bit more about my story and get a little insight as to what the journey was like, I do have a few videos here on my channel that I'll link up here in the cards and down in the description box so that you can check it out and kind of learn from my journey, okay? Let's go ahead and jump into the things I stopped buying in order to save thousands of dollars, okay? So the very first thing that I stopped spending money on to save thousands of dollars was eating out, okay? So I do still eat out, and back on my debt-free journey, I did eat out, but I was very strategic as to how I was eating out, okay? First and foremost, I never engaged or kind of got into the hype of meal delivery service apps. Okay, like, I never was into Uber Eats, DoorDash, Instacart, none of those type of things. If we're being honest, a lot of us millennials and Gen Zers are getting caught up in this hype and the convenience of meal delivery service apps. I've seen people DoorDash McDonald's. Like, your meal at McDonald's is probably $10, $15, but by the time you get on DoorDash, first and foremost, you're waiting for the meal for 45 minutes. Secondly, they have all these different fees. You have to leave a tip. There's so many other different things that come with these meal delivery service apps that by the time you get the meal, you're spending about $30 on some McDonald's. Like, no. If you're into meal delivery service apps, I highly suggest that you cut back on the frequency of using this app. Learn how to cook at home, learn how to eat the food that's inside of your refrigerator, and just go to the actual restaurant if you really want that food. Like, you could save so much money and you know that it is fresh, okay? So first and foremost, I did not do meal delivery service apps, okay? Secondly, I did not eat out for lunch while at work, okay? So with my job of being an elementary school teacher and intervention specialist, it is very hard to like get out of the building, go run and go get some food, because you only have about 30 to 40 minutes to get all of this done. So if you know me personally, you know that I do not go out for lunch. I can count on my hands how many times I actually went out for lunch, probably 5 times since I've been a teacher. I am not the one that's going out to get lunch. I'm not the one that's chipping in to get lunch. I pack my lunch to work every single day, and I can guarantee you guys that I have saved over $3,000 just by packing my lunch every single day to work, okay? And to help me like kind of enjoy this process of packing my lunch and eating the food that I have at home, I actually bought me a nice luxurious lunch bag that I love carrying around. Like, I'll insert like a clip of the lunch bag that I actually use, and guys, carrying this lunch bag not only saves me money, but it also helps me like walk confidently while I'm heating up my food in the workroom. And I don't know, I'm just eating healthier and I'm saving money, and it's a win-win on both sides, okay? So definitely, if you're spending money on eating out for lunch, it's time to cut back. If you're interested in getting your hands on the lunch bag that I absolutely love, be sure to check out this video up here in the cards and down in the description box, and do not forget to use my discount code Cash and Curls so that you can get money off your lunch bag, okay? The third thing under the umbrella of eating out is that during my debt-free journey, I did not eat out at expensive restaurants, okay? If we want to keep it a buck, your girl was eating fast food as her way of eating out while she was on her journey. So during my debt-free journey, I never ever ate at a high-end restaurant. If I'm being honest with you guys, the first time I ate at a high-end restaurant was actually in 2022. After I had earned my master's, me and my friend actually went out to a nice high-end restaurant here in our city, and that was the very first time I got a taste of the luxury and the vibes of a high-end expensive restaurant, okay? So if you're currently trying to save some money, you have some financial goals you're trying to reach, you cannot be eating out at high-end restaurants, okay? When I was on my journey, I was eating at restaurants such as Chipotle, I was eating at Subway, I would eat out at Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's. Those were the type of restaurants that I was eating at. And know that I was eating during happy hour, I was drinking water, I wasn't getting appetizers, I wasn't getting dessert. Like, I just went there for the meal and that was it. I do want to say that some of the things that I mentioned inside of this video, I do spend money on it today, okay? I'm sharing with you guys what I did not spend money on while I was on my debt-free journey. And I just want to encourage you guys that this season of life of not spending on certain things to help you reach your goals is only temporary. Like, your life will never be like this forever, okay? It's temporary, it's seasonal, and in due season, this will change. Like, you will be able to spend money on things that you truly enjoy, things that are expensive, okay? So from time to time, I do spend money on these things, and if you see me spending money on these things, just know that 1, it was in budget. I created a budget for it. 2, I paid cash for it. And 3, I didn't go into debt for it. Like, I'm still reaching my financial goals while I'm enjoying this certain item or this certain thing. I want to encourage you that Cash and Curls is a judgment-free zone. There is not going to be any judgment if you're currently spending money on these particular items, and just know that the sacrifices that you make today will pay off, okay? Because later you're going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and you're going to be able to enjoy the things that you love without going into debt, and you can truly afford to pay for them in cash, okay? Second thing I stopped spending my money on in order to save thousands of dollars was in the area of clothes, okay? So if you're a millennial, a Gen Zer, a woman, this part of the video is for you, okay? I know I have a couple people who are subscribed to my channel that love to shop, okay? And if we're being honest, shopping can eat up a lot of our income, okay? This variable expense of shopping online, taking shopping sprees, can eat away a lot of our income that could be used to go towards our debt, to build our emergency fund. So during my journey, I adopted the minimalistic approach to clothes and a timeless approach to clothes. Like I completely just went very basic. Like I wasn't buying trendy clothes from all of these online retailers. I just stuck with the basics. And if we're being honest, and I'm keeping it real with you guys, I was shopping at Walmart and I was shopping at Marshall's. And don't get me wrong, I love both of those stores. And during my season of paying off debt, those were the clothes that sustained me and got me through the journey. And I was still looking cute while wearing my Walmart clothes. Like I'll go ahead and insert a picture of like one of my favorite Walmart clothes that I wore like back in 2018, but your girl was still looking nice while she was wearing her Walmart clothes. I definitely stopped shopping online for clothes, and I stuck with retailers that were affordable, and I just didn't care about brands when I was trying to build my emergency fund, pay off debt, and just get a head start with my financial life. And if we're being honest today, I'm still not into like a lot of name brand clothes. Like Target is my favorite place to shop. I love me some Target clothes. I love me some clothes off of Amazon. So yes, you can still look fly and look very timeless and elegant and classy without spending tons and tons of money. Third area that I stopped spending money on was the area of expensive designer accessories, okay? So if I'm keeping it real with you guys, I have really never had expensive designer items. Like I never had a Gucci belt, a Gucci purse, a MK purse, all these Telfar bags and all that kind of stuff. Like that was just never my jig. Like I have never been into like expensive designer bags and accessories and shoes. I'm being honest with you guys, during my debt-free journey, I wore jewelry from Target and Marshall's. Like the very first time that I bought something from Pandora was actually a year ago. Like I bought some really nice earrings from Pandora, but other than that, all of my jewelry came from like Target, it came from Marshall's, and I was okay with that. Like I know in the long run it's not going to be as sustainable, but for that season of my life, Target jewelry was just as good as that high-end diamonds and whatever else that's out there right now. In addition to not buying like designer or expensive jewelry, I also did not buy designer handbags. All of my handbags come from Target, they come from Aldo or Marshall's. I'm an Aldo kind of Marshall's Target handbag girly, okay? Now in the season of my life, handbags are not my thing. Next, in the area of shoes, I did not buy any designer shoes. I've never owned a pair of Jordans. I've never owned any red bottoms or anything like that. So I saved a lot of money by not buying a lot of designer shoes. If I'm being honest with you guys, majority of the shoes that I wear today come from Target and they come from Amazon, and I love them and they do what I need them to do and they're extremely comfortable. So if you're out there like rocking Target shoes, Amazon shoes, famous footwear shoes, let me know down in the comments so that I know that I'm not alone. So even now that I'm debt free, I have a 6-figure net worth, designer handbags, designer jewelry, accessories, those are just not my thing right now in the season of my life, and I'm okay with that. If you're getting value from this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments, what is one thing you're gonna stop spending money on in 2025 to help you save and pay off some debts, okay? Let's go ahead and jump into the next thing I stopped buying in order to save thousands of dollars. The next thing that I did to help me save thousands of dollars was I cut back on traveling, okay? So this one was a hard one for me, okay? Traveling is my thing. Taking trips and vacations is my thing. Like, I value experiences. I value traveling, seeing different cultures, seeing different parts of the world. That was the thing that I spent a lot of my money on back before I started my debt-free journey. So when I was on my debt-free journey, trying to save and build my emergency fund, I did not travel, okay? And this was the hardest thing for me. I did not travel. I didn't take any vacations for 31 months. The only thing that I did during my debt-free journey during those 31 months was take 2 staycations. And those staycations were like 2 to 3 hours away from my city to go to like a concert or go to some type of event, okay? So definitely, if you're looking to save some money, you are gonna have to cut back on travel, the amount of times you're traveling, and you have to learn how to enjoy the current city that you're in and opt to go on a staycation instead of a big vacation. So the next area that I stopped spending my money on was in the area of beauty services, okay? So ladies, this is where a lot of us are spending our coins. So hear me out. First and foremost, every month I do not spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on beauty services, okay? Prior to starting my debt-free journey, in my debt-free journey, and now that I'm debt-free, spending tons and tons of money on beauty service was never my thing. I personally like to rock my natural beauty and try to do some things on my own to save some money. In this season of my current life, I am just currently embracing the minimalistic approach to every area of my life. I'm trying to embrace my natural hair. I'm trying to embrace my natural beauty. And I just don't see the need to spend thousands of dollars on beauty services each month or each year, okay? So here's a few things that I stopped buying in the area of beauty services to help me save some money. First and foremost, I pretty much DIY'd all of my beauty services. The only thing that I have never DIY'd was getting my eyebrows done, okay? I don't think this will be a thing that I will ever do myself. This will be something that will always be a line item within my budget, getting my eyebrows done, okay? But the very first thing that I stopped buying money on was makeup, okay? I did have a season of my life where I was really into makeup and I would do my makeup every day. I would have on a full face. But when I was doing those things, I was actually buying drugstore makeup, okay? So back on my debt-free journey, I was not buying expensive high-end makeup. Like, if I'm being honest with you guys, I didn't start going to Sephora and Ulta until after my debt-free journey, okay? So in 2020 and beyond, that was the time I started going to Ulta and Sephora and MAC to get my makeup products. Everything up to that 2017 mark, all of that stuff was drugstore products. And you can find some really good drugstore products out there that can give you a nice finish beat, okay? I didn't spend a ton of money on makeup. Secondly, my hair, okay? When I started my debt-free journey, I was natural, okay? I became natural a little over 10 years ago. And honestly, being natural has saved me tons and tons of money on my hair. During my debt-free journey, I did not go out and spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on hair, weave, any of those things. I just learned how to do my own natural hair. I can say throughout the journey, I think maybe once or twice each year, I did get my hair straightened, and that was honestly the only major hair expense that I had. Next area that I stopped spending money on in regards to beauty services was actually with my nails, okay? So during my debt-free journey, I did still get my nails done here and there. I made sure every month I got a pedicure, but I got like the basics when it comes to nails. Like, I've never been that like flashy nail person that had all these nail art, that had a lot of nail art and like acrylic. I just embraced my natural nails, okay? And I just got a simple regular coat of regular nail polish. I never was really into the gel nail polish, the dip, the acrylic. that's just not my vibe. So I saved a lot of money by not going to the nail salon every week or every 2 weeks. So if you're a nail girly out there, consider maybe cutting back on the frequency of how often you're getting your nails done, and maybe consider cutting back on the type of nails you're getting done. Like, it's okay sometimes that you just get basic classic nails. Still do save a lot of money by doing my nails at home and just getting the basics when I'm going to the nail salon. A basic pedicure, basic nail polish on my hand. Next area that I saved a lot of money on was their beauty skincare product. But like I told you guys, I'm in this era of embracing minimalism, okay? Every area of my life, I am trying to be a minimalist, okay? So that even includes my skincare and my beauty routine. I do not have that long, extensive beauty care routine. My skincare routine is very basic. It's very simple. I use a face cleanser, a moisturizer, and yes, some point of my life, I do want to up my skincare routine because my skin is not flawless. But at this current season of my life and during my debt-free journey, I saved a lot of money just by buying a simple facial cleanser and a moisturizer to sustain me. Next area that I save money on is in the area of perfumes, okay? So I'm gonna keep it real with you guys and don't come for me in the comments, okay? So all the way up until like 2021, your girl was just using Bath and Body Works products for her perfume and her smell good stuff, okay? I was using Bath and Body Works and like pink Victoria's Secret stuff. I never really had a high-end perfume until after 2021. In 2021, I started dabbling into higher end perfume and I fell in love. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I do like higher end perfumes, but back when I was on my debt-free journey trying to save money, your girl was using Bath and Body Works, okay? Because Bath and Body Works was doing what it needed to do. Cutting back in the area of beauty services and beauty expenses has truly helped me save hundreds and thousands of dollars over the years. Just know that as I'm getting older, as I'm maturing, as I'm growing, yes, I am dabbling into higher end items in all of these different areas, but know that I am creating a budget for these things and I am using cash to purchase these things. Like, I'm being very cautious, I'm being very conscious of what I'm spending my money on. So the next area that I stopped spending money on in order to save money was in the area of subscriptions and memberships, okay? So back in my debt-free journey days, I did have a gym membership. I had a gym membership and honestly, I just was not using it. Like, I really wasn't vibing with the gym that I had a membership with, and I decided to close that membership and get rid of it because in the end, I found joy with working out at home using videos here on YouTube. So cutting back on gym memberships has truly helped me save tons and tons of money. Another area that I stopped spending money on in regards to memberships and subscriptions was streaming platforms, okay? I used to rock Pandora with ads up until like 2019, 2020, okay? Your girl was faithfully listening to music while listening to ads as well because I was determined to not spend money on a music streaming platform, okay? So yes, I definitely cut back on streaming platforms. I am very grateful that during my debt-free journey and even now that I have family members that has allowed me to use their accounts to watch certain shows and movies that I love. Another area that I stopped spending money on in order to save money was like different memberships, clubs, and societies, okay? So right when I had graduated from undergrad, there were a few like organizations that I was a part of, like honor societies, and if I was being honest, I was just keeping those memberships just so that I could have them on my resume. Like, I wasn't actively being a member of this particular honor society. I just knew it looked good on my resume. So at that point in 2017, I was like, you know what? I'm no longer going to be a part of this honor society. Like, this honor society does not kind of like dictate my value or my worth as an educator. Like, I'm fine with not having this membership attached to my name. The next area that I didn't spend a lot of money on was the area of entertainment and expensive gadgets. I was able to save a lot of money by just engaging in a lot of free, fun, frugal activities. I can say I do love watching movies, okay? But one cool thing that I started doing while on my debt-free journey was going to the movies on discount day Tuesdays, okay? So in my area, discount day Tuesdays is a thing with Cinemark, and movies are honestly like $6 to $7. It's like $6 and some change all day long on Tuesdays. So anytime I wanted to go see a movie, I made sure I went on discount day Tuesdays to help me save money. Another area that I personally didn't struggle with, but I know a lot of my subscribers probably do, is in the area of clubbing and frequent weekend social outings, okay? So if you're still a clubber, I just want you to hear me out for a second. On Instagram a few years ago, I saw this post and they were just saying like going out to the club is very expensive. Like, if you do the math on how much you're spending to go out every Friday and Saturday night, you're spending a couple $100s to $1,000 every single weekend just to have a good time at the club, okay? And in this post, it was kind of like calculating, you're spending money on, first and foremost, entry fee into the club. You're spending money on parking to get to the club, or an Uber to get to the club. You're spending money on alcohol and drinks and food and appetizers. And then if you really want to be like bougie and like a boss, some of you guys are spending money on private sections and private areas within the club for your people or for your group of friends. Then ladies, we are spending tons and tons of money buying outfits for the club, getting our hair done, getting our nails done, just to look good for a few hours. If you're still in the season of life where you're going out there and you're clubbing every weekend or every other weekend, what I want you to do is to pull your bank statements and see how much you are spending on a night out at the club. Use those hundreds of dollars to go towards saving your emergency fund or paying off debt. Lastly, in this area of expensive entertainment and new gadgets, I never really spent a lot of money on electronics and different gadgets like iPads and AirPods and laptops and TVs. I did not get a MacBook until 2 years ago when I was on my content creation journey. Like, I was rocking a basic PC. I was rocking and still do rock my same phone until it breaks. I'm not gonna buy a new phone every single time Apple releases a new phone. And I don't know, I just don't see the value in buying a whole bunch of like gadgets and electronics. That's just not my thing. So I was able to save a lot of money by not buying a lot of expensive gadgets and technology. And this is just another thing. I don't pay for apps or games on my phone. I use all the free apps. I can say when I became a entrepreneur, a content creator, there are certain apps on my phone that I do have to pay for, but it's for my job, okay? I'm not spending money to play a game on my iPhone, okay? I'm sorry. I have way more important things that I could be doing with my time instead of spending it mindlessly playing some app on my phone. The last area that I stopped spending my money on in order to save thousands of dollars was the area of education, okay? So I actually delayed pursuing higher education until I became debt free, okay? So I shared with you guys that I had over $50,000 in student loans, and that was for my undergraduate degree. Before I went and got my master's, I decided to put a pause on my education, and I cleaned up my financial mess, all of my student loans from undergrad, and then I mapped out a game plan to help me go to grad school debt free. And I do have a video here on my channel sharing with you guys how I was able to go to school debt free, grad school debt free, which I'll link up here in the cards and down in the description box. But this is honestly something we all have to consider. We have to consider possibly pausing or finding different avenues when it comes to education. And yes, I do value education, but I want you to just take a moment to explore other educational opportunities that are outside your traditional 2-year and 4-year or master type degree. During my debt-free journey, I did read books, I did do some studying, but everything that I did, everything that I learned, all the knowledge that I gained, it came from free books. I literally utilized my local library. I rented out all of the books that I wanted to read. I used the Libby app to listen to audiobooks, and I just took advantage of all the different things that my local library offers to me. Okay, so I definitely want you to consider rethinking how much money you're spending when it comes to education. I value education. I'm in the education field, but there comes a time where you have to take a step back and truly evaluate this additional certificate or degree or licensure gonna get me to where I want to be 5 to 10 years from now. And if it doesn't, and you just want it because you want it to look good on your resume, you have some things you may want to reconsider. Yeah, those were a few things that I stopped spending my money on in order to save hundreds and thousands of dollars, to build that 5-figure savings account, to have a 6-figure net worth. Those are the things that I did, and some of these things I'm currently still doing now that I'm debt free. So let me know in the comments, what are a few things you stopped spending your money on in order to save money? Let's continue to grow the list down in the comments and help each other win with money. Let's go ahead and tap into these freebies so that you can be successful while you're becoming a more conscious spender. First and foremost, I do want to highlight that I have a free monthly budget template, which I absolutely love and my community absolutely love. So if you want to know how you can get this template, go ahead and click the link down in my description box and check out my playlist here on YouTube, where I show you guys how to create a budget using my free monthly budget template. And this is the place that I help out my subscribers. Like, they send me in their numbers and I create a budget for them to help them reach their financial goals. So yes, definitely check out that playlist and download my free monthly budget template. Secondly, I do have a free cash withdrawal slip. If you know me, you know I'm a cash envelope girly and I love using cash. So the tool that helps me kind of like save and stay within budget is actually a cash withdrawal slip. So I'll go ahead and link this freebie down in the description box, and I'll go ahead and link the video that I created here on my channel, which shows you guys how to set up cash envelopes. Next, I want to encourage you to try a no spend challenge. So this month I am currently participating in a no spend challenge, and I know a few of you guys have committed to participating in the no spend challenge. If you want to learn more on how to complete the no spend challenge, be sure to click the link down in my description box and check out this video that I just created a few weeks ago to help you get started. I do have a freebie to go with this video as well. And lastly, while we're doing all of these things, while we're cutting back in all of these areas, I want to encourage you to open up a high yield savings account. Still leaving your money inside of a traditional savings account, I'm gonna need you to come closer. It is 2025 and we are tapping into the industry of high yield savings accounts, okay? So this is where I park my money, and this is where I'm able to earn interest on my money every single month. Last year, I earned $1,000 in interest just by leaving my money in a high yield savings account. So if you don't know much about high yield savings account, go ahead and click this video right here, and I'll leave it up here in the cards and down in my description box. I tell you everything you need to know about a high yield savings account, okay? For your homework this week, I would like for you to commit to not spending or reducing the amount of money you're spending in 2 areas of your life. If it's one of the areas that I mentioned today, be sure to let me know down in the comments, and If it's not, let me know what areas you are considering on not spending money on or reducing the amount of money you're going to spend on that particular area. Let me know down in the comments. So remember, giving up these things is just temporarily. This is not a forever thing. It is a seasonal thing. And if this is an area that you truly get joy and value out of, know that in due season, you will be able to enjoy these items, these experiences, these moments with cash while still winning at your financial goals. If you're going to commit to this challenge of cutting back in 2 areas of your life, let me know by commenting down below, challenge accepted, and let me know what areas you're going to cut back in, okay? If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, I know that you will enjoy the other videos that I have here on my channel. If you're new here, I am Jeanetta and I am the creator of Cash and Curls, and I teach millennials how to save, budget, and eliminate debts, and you can win with money, and I am rooting for you. Until next time, friends, bye.